It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the winners of 3 straight. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. First down here for the offense. They'll go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Let's take just a moment here and talk about Wisconsin. We have a new #1 team in the nation this week, guys. They've made it to the mountaintop, and usually that just means now everybody's shooting at you.
I think a lot of people are waiting to see is how they wear this #1, if they change it all moving forward. But, David, talking to their players this week, they were saying they knew they were the #1 team before the season even started. Everybody else is just figuring that out now.
Yeah, and you got to love the confidence of this squad and going out and earning that #1 ranking. But it's another thing completely to keep it and to continue to have that edge and that hunger. Let's see if they can do it.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Snags it. They will score! Touchdown, Badgers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent years, too.
And just finding the guy that fits, right? They're a scheme fit, a system fit. Finding that guy that can be a complement to the run game. That's what you want with a great Wisconsin offense.
Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Yeah, coming into the game.
They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Looking to throw on first down.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting us out.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, if you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving yards.
The Badgers with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires left. Complete downfield. Turning on the Jets. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, he's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver, so that shows you what kind of special year this young man's having.
And the Badgers look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. He's got the tight end. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Badgers are threatening in the red zone. The run from the shotgun. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass. He makes a grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And guys, how many first downs is that just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
And the Badgers trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Badger.
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive. So at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Behind the chains now on second and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They're trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan. They're executing beautifully.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
The give to the back. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back back-to-back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Power football with the run. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got...
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Finds a tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Give to the running back. Follows a good block there. Picks up 3s out to the 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Badger. And the pummeling has started. Man, for the... They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. The give to the tailback. Plows through the defense. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man. Turns it on in midfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Unloads it left. And the timing just a hair off.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Right on target this time. And he's brought down after a nice gain. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
And the Badgers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Handoff to the lone back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin. That score pushes us out to a comfortable... They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Here's the handoff. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Badgers come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Turning it on! And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
This is a money play on 3rd and goal. They're going to run it. Back's going for the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit. And
And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. The quarterback takes a knee. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. Scrambling away. It's complete to the right. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And this defense continuing to...
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's